I'd like to call this Bristol Borough Regular Council meeting of April 11th to order. Would everyone please rise for a moment of silence? And let's remember all of those who passed away during the month, including...
I'd like to say, let's remember Holly Kariliak. She passed away this weekend. She had a long battle of heart disease. She was in her 30s, and most of her family's from this town. So, a moment of silence for her.
Mr. Catroci.
Let's remember State Trooper Martin Mack and his partner Brendan Siska, and also Lieutenant William Lebo from Lebanon County, and Officer Ryan Allen, and all the fallen officers through the year. Thank you.
Please salute the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Want to take roll call, please?
Mr. Pezza. Here. Ms. Cohen.
Here.
Ms. Rodriguez.
Here.
Mr. Gorman.
Present.
Ms. Figueroa.
Here.
Mr. Johnson.
Here.
Mr. Catroci. Mr. Giuseppe.
Here. So I'm not going to get into public participation in case everybody wants to start talking, because it may take longer than Joe wants to wait. He's been waiting 30 years for this to happen, so I'll hold public participation for the end, just in case somebody's here to speak on something that doesn't pertain Chief Moore's swearing in tonight. So at this time, I need a motion on the floor from council.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to appoint Joseph Morse as Bristol Borough's police chief.
Do I have a second? Second by Mrs. Figueroa. Questions or comments?
I'd like to make a comment.
Go ahead.
18 years ago, I came here, and that's when I first met you. I know, I don't want to cry either. And I met you, and these little girls were little girls. So I know I'm feeling really old today. But I knew then, when I met you, that we were always going to work together. And I think you waited a long time for this, and you deserve it. Our town deserves it. The people of this town know just how well of a job you do, protecting and with the honor that we have here. We all want to wish you well, we all welcome you, and that's all I have to say.
The only thing I would like to say is it's been a long road, and you do deserve it.
Thank you. Can I say something? Sure. I just wanted to say, there's obviously been scrutiny on this job and this position and this search that we did. And, I think there's been some thought that some people thought this was just maybe something that Joe was going to walk into. And when I tell you that Joe not only didn't take it that way, when Joe was given the reins to work in that position, he did just an unbelievable job. And when I tell you that he did even a better job in his interview, and the thing that I love about Joe is what he brings to this town, among other things. He's also just so eager to learn. I mean, the things that he's gone to over the last month just to continue to take things in and continue to grow as a professional, that was what struck me the most, is that none of this did he expect as if we were going to hand it to him. He worked every minute for it, and he is eager, I think, to grow in this job, and I'm honored to support him for that.
Mayor?
Yeah, probably being the oldest guy here as an elected official, I've had the opportunity to vote on hiring Joe back in the 90s, as well as a lot of other patrolmen that we have here. What has been really good for me has been watching Joe grow from a patrolman into a sergeant, taking on a lot of different responsibilities over the years, and enjoying that. Many times we've had some conversations, some on the good side, some on the bad side.
Mara?
But the one thing I always knew, when we walked away, we could go have a beer and talk about it. The last thing I'd say is his dedication to his town is just not measured in his service as a policeman. It's also measured by everything that he's involved with within this community, whether it's the kids in the schools, knowing every one of those kids that are standing on the corner, what their names are, what the relationships are with the police department. And he works every day in making this town a better place. I'm so happy that we're going to make you the new police chief.
Thank you, Mayor.
I'd just like to say that it's obvious that Joe will be taking on this position, but what I like and love most about Joe is that he's a leader, and that's what we need. We need leaders to lead us the right way, and thank you for that. That was my goal.
Yeah. I think that Joe has shown us through the 30 years that he's been here how much he cares for our town and our children of our town. I'm really thankful for the way you've taken my grandson under your wing. He loves cops and he wants to be a cop. And I'm just really happy, really happy. Thank you.
Can I say something?
Absolutely. You can say, go right to that podium. Go right to the podium.
From the time Joe was maybe as high as this young man here, he had two goals in life. One was to be a trash man, and the other was to be a policeman. And I have to tell you, when he graduated high school, he fulfilled his first goal. He worked at Waste Management. But then that wasn't enough for him. He had to go on to his second goal. And I watched him go to the police academy. I watched him become a Bristol Borough policeman. And I've watched him grow in his position as policeman. And I want to say, as a mother, I am so proud of him. And you made the right choice making him chief. Because it's
Just to let you know, my daughter wanted to be a checker at the A&P. She's a teacher with her master's degree, so. But there's a lot I like to say, and you know that, but I want to give you all the time to talk, I guess, where we were 20 years ago and where we are today, so I'm going to leave that up to you. Just to let you know, Matt's here from, Matt Weintraub's here from the District Attorney's Office, and he's always here for Bristol Borough, and Kyle's here from Congressman Fitzpatrick's office. So they want to say something.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. So my name is Kyle. I'm here on behalf of Congressman Brian Fitzpatrick. I just want to start by thanking the council for allowing me to speak on the congressman's behalf here today. Unfortunately, he's just running a little bit late, but he plans on stopping by in a few moments. But nonetheless, I'm honored to be here today. As a career law enforcement officer, the congressman can attest that we have some of the finest police officers here in Bucks County, and our police departments are second to none. Now, over the years, the congressman and I have had a great relationship with the council, and of course with the former police chief as well. So, Chief, we look forward to working with you. Also, I know you know the congressman pretty well. I know you guys have a relationship, but he just wanted me to say that he thinks the world of you, and we look forward to working with you going forward for the police department, and of course, for the residents of Bristol Borough. So on behalf of the congressman, to commemorate this moment, he had a flag flown over the United States Capitol in your honor. So I'd like to present to you this flag that's flown over the Capitol.
So I know we have to vote, and I know we need to get Joe sworn in. And there's so many police officers here, it'd be hard for me to recognize everybody. but I know former Mayor Tosty's here this evening. Gary, thanks for coming out. Our new state rep, Tina Davis, is here in the back, and I know old state representative John Galloway is here somewhere. He keeps texting me. I don't know where the hell he's at. But, and Chief Porter, thanks for coming out, Arnie. So at this time, any other comments? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Congratulations. Your Honor. Say something.
Do you need to do that?
Go ahead. Straight out.
I just have a few words to say. It's about 20 pages long. I'd just like to say before I do this, that it's kind of ironic that Joe and I started our police careers together. We worked a lot of joint investigations together, and that I ended up being the district judge, and Joe is going to end up being the chief of police. So it is my honor and privilege to swear him in tonight. All right, so let's get to it. Raise your right hand. I, Joseph Moores,
I, Joseph Moores,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States of America
the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and I will discharge the duties of my office
and I will discharge the duties of my office
as Police Chief of Borough of Bristol.
as Police Chief of Borough of Bristol.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
He's already in charge.
Yeah. We got to approve your contract, and then we're going to sign it. So why don't you say what you want to say, and then...
Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight. The crowd is overwhelming, and everybody that's here has supported me for the last 30 years. So I'm going to read a prepared statement first, and get that out of the way if I can, and then I'm going to talk for a couple minutes. So I want to thank Judge Hughes for his kind words and fond memories here tonight. Terry and I spent countless hours back in the early 90s, up into through the 2000s, working together between Bristol Borough and Bristol Township, battling the drug epidemic, trying to make the quality of life better for the people of both communities. Terry's a friend, a teacher, a leader, and most recently, an inspiration to me. After decades of serving in Bristol Township as a police officer, he chose to come out of retirement and serve his community as a district justice. Like him, I too have chose the path to continue to serve instead of retiring. I'm going to embrace this new role as chief of police and continue to serve the citizens of this small, great town that I've grown to love over the past 3 decades. So thank you, Terry.
Thank you.
my family, I want to thank my family. I've been blessed that I've been able to serve as a police officer here in Bristol Borough for over 3 decades. You have sacrificed a lot to a career that I've been so passionate and dedicated to. Even with all the missed holidays and events, you have stood by me every day. Thank you so much for your patience and support throughout the years. I love you all. To the great leaders of this town, I want to thank Council President Ralph DiGiuseppe, Mayor Joe Saxton, and all the council for their support and trusting me in to lead this department. We are going to be an efficient, well-trained, professional, community-oriented police force. I'm going to serve with honor, integrity, and will always be transparent. Our department is going to build strong relationships with our citizens, schools, and businesses. We will strive to work hard and have excellent partnerships with our local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies. Most of all, we are going to build strong relationships with our community's most precious asset, the children. We are going to be a part of and develop more programs here for our officers to have constant positive interactions with the children of Bristol Borough throughout the year. I am committed to bridging this gap. To the officers and the civilian staff, Bridget, Maria, Rosie, and Joanne, thank you for your many years of hard work and dedication to Bristol Borough. Thank you for your support throughout my career. It's been an honor and a privilege to have worked with all of you and grow through the ranks together. We all know we're in some challenging times for law enforcement right now. I want you to know that I'm going to lead with a team approach, a team concept. I'm going to listen closely and evaluate all the feedback. Together, we're going to continue to move the department forward to protect and serve the people of Bristol Borough. And to the community and everybody watching on TV tonight that I've known for decades. I've watched you grow up with me, your kids grow up, now your grandkids growing up. I'm going to be a working chief. I will be out there in the community fully invested on the day-to-day activities so that we continue to have a strong community relationship. There will be transparency and accountability within the department. We will treat every person with the utmost respect and respond to calls with care and compassion. Helping people is community building. My door will always be open to anybody. I want you all to know I'm ready, willing, and eager to begin this new journey with all of you. And I just want to finish up by saying a few other things, is that 30 years flew by like a blink of an eye. I remember the day I was sworn in here in 1992. It's been a lot of good times, a lot of bad times, and we got through it all. We're getting ready to start this new journey. But I can tell you this council president, a very good friend of mine, Ralph DiGiuseppe, everybody here, we've come a long way in the past 20 years. And I promise you tonight that we're going to continue going forward. We're going to work together. We're going to bring back Squad 5, the bike patrol. We're going to have a great police department. So thank you guys very much.
Okay, I'd like to bring up Felix Padilla. When Joe says it's about the children, it's about the community, it's about the kids, it's all true. This is Felix Padilla. When he was in 9th grade, he wanted to go to this Falls Township Youth Police Academy, which one day I'd like to see us have in the borough, because some of our kids just don't have that. he made it possible for him to go 4 years, 4 summers in a row he went. When he graduated, he went right to the Army, and he just came home this weekend after doing 4 years. So welcome home.
No, stay there. I'll lose one like his Bible. Okay, I need a motion to approve the contract for Chief Morse.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the employment contract for Chief Joseph Morse.
Do I have a second by Mr. Pezza? Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. So right now, I'd like to sign your official contracts. Me and you, we signed, I think, 17 years ago, we signed, you guys had 9 years without a contract.
10 years ago.
And we came in and we signed the contract, so I'm honored again to sign this one.
I'm honored.
And I got 4 contracts, so the witnesses are going to be your 2 daughters, your Dawn, and your mom.
Okay.
So let's sign these and make this official.
Boy, they really want to get me right off the bat.
I don't know if we're paying overtime, so I'm going to get you out of here.
You have a pen? Yeah. Not gonna get a shot.
Wait 1 minute, let me get the contract.
Don't take a picture of that number.
Here. Alexa. Very good. Should be like the president would just give these pens away, right? Macy?
Where am I signing? The only blank one, all right.
Yeah,
Congrats, I love you.
Love you too. Thank you.
give it him those big, big clicks.
Joanne? We only got to sign the contract. Jen's got to figure out how to pay you.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, definitely.
Dawn? Fancy. Is that it? So this makes everything official that we have a new chief in Bristol Borough, we have contracts signed, and I don't think the town could be any happier. I've seen a lot of people over the last few weeks who have said nothing positive but about Joe and knows that he's going to do a good job for the borough, and the council is definitely honored that we went through a process, and by far, you know, there was no question that we wanted you to lead this town. So, again, congratulations.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
So, first of all, Joe got sworn in on my wife's personal Bible. So she wanted- And everyone's invited to number 3 Firehouses on Swain and Mifflin Street for some refreshments and something to eat. Joe would be honored if everybody would attend, and everybody knows where it's at. Just go down Mill Street, towards Mill, make the right, go to the red light and make a left. It's right there on Mifflin Street.
Right next
So-
to the fire.
Right. So again, anybody have any, you guys want to say anything about your dad? Go to the podium. Say something.
Impromptu. Thank you, everyone, for coming tonight. I think we've been waiting for this for a while, too. I feel like it's a new label, but a new label means nothing because you've been doing the work of a chief, I feel like, since we were young. Thank you all so much. I'm so excited for this new chapter, and I love you, and I'm so proud of you.
I'm really nervous, so my voice might crack, sorry. Obviously, we've grown up with him and how hard he's worked. Like you said, lots of holidays. We've seen him on the couch exhausted, lack of sleep. And it's just so nice to see how hard he's worked for over 30 years now. And I'm just so happy to be here in this moment in time. And he set the bar high, and I hope to follow in his footsteps. So.
The apple don't fall far from the tree there, Joe.
For some of us.
For some. That it? Anything else? No. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
Do I? Come on. Anybody in the public want to speak on anything? Frank, anybody out in the hall, anybody want to speak on anything? All right, that ends public participation. Can I get a motion to adjourn? Second by Mr. Patricia.